Hi, Priyanka.
Hi.
Hi. And I thought as much. I wasn't too sure.
Hi, Viransh.
Hi,
Hi,
Mama.
sweetheart.
What are you doing? Hello,
I'm
Auntie.
going to
I'm
start
going
now.
to do a speech. I am her son, Viransh.
And I cannot wait for that to happen. Just give us a minute. We'll
Oh,
get
yes. I'm also
organized.
very excited to do this session with you all. I'm in my grandparents' house.
We heard. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing very well.
And I can
How are
see.
you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Teresa Romlin, this young dude that you're seeing on screen with us is Priyanka's son, Viranj. Viranj?
Yes?
Yes. And Viranj, you give us a few minutes, okay?
Okay,
And
no problem.
we'll get you to we'll have you make sure that you take my job
Sure,
away after
sure.
this.
Okay, Viran. All right, so everybody who's here, this handsome young man that you're seeing is Priyanka's adorable son, and he was very clear about the fact that he's the one who's going to introduce his mom to everybody. So I'm out of a job tonight, and I'm going to let Viran.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Priyanka Baid. I'm 7 years old. I'm going to talk about my mama, Priyanka Aditya Baid. So, in her candle healing, she first lights a candle and puts her magical powers, and she heals the whole world with her powers. And please try to have a session with her. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Viransh.
That was absolutely fantastic, and Jai Hind to you too. I could not have done a better
I was
job than this.
practicing this for hours.
And you nailed it. You nailed it, Viranj. He's so adorable, Priyanka.
Thank you, Neelu. He's been at it. He's been at it. Wow.
Hi, Nidhu. Did you catch Viranj?
No, my love, I just joined in. I thought it was going to be 10 minutes before.
And it's now 8 minutes before he finished. He's so crisp and so precise. And you know what, Viranj? A few people missed you. Can we ask for an encore?
Okay, whoever has missed it, I will tell it again.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Viran Baid. I'm 7 years old. Today I am going to talk about my mother Priyanka Aditya Baid. So in her candle healing, she lights a candle and she puts all her magical powers in it and heals the whole world with it. And please try to have a Zoom session with her. Then.
Jai Hind.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, God.
निधु मेरी नौकरी तो गई और आप लोग इसको प्रिय कर लो
Yeah. Viraj, you are so good. You did this so fantastically. Yeah, absolutely. 4 thumbs up for you. Priyanka, he's
You.
amazing.
Thank you, Neelu.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, Viransh, now you got to stay muted, baby, okay? Thank you for the lovely introduction.
Right now everybody Viranj is like if they had the video on they would be going mwah, mwah, mwah to you like giving you lots of love and hugs right now.
Yeah.
Wow. This feels so good. Hi, Nidhu.
Hi, my girl. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm
Hello.
feeling great now that you're here. Hi, Amrish.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You
I'm
are
so
so
excited about
young
tonight.
that you have done so much in the world with your candle magic. I love the
Thank
candles
you.
lit on the side. I've also lit some. I know Nilu's lit some, and Ruchira has lit some. Amazing. Can't wait to
Wow.
see.
We already started spinning magic.
Correct.
Yes. This is going to be a glorious evening. I'm so excited.
And and while we wait for everybody else to join, we must let you know that Priyanka has actually come from a very personal tragedy, and she decided, despite that, that she would go on, she would still do this since she had already signed up for it. So, in managing her family and her own grief, she's made the time to be here for us with the candles. So, lots and lots of good wishes from all of us to her. Please do, please do know that the strength that she has shown in going through this family crisis is the same strength that she puts into all of her spells and rituals for you as well. Thank you for doing this, Priyanka. We admire your bravery and spirit.
Thank you, Nidhu. Thank you, Nidhu. And you know it's only possible because of you. I'm just so blessed to have come in contact with you. You've just been such a beautiful angel in disguise, and it's only because of you that I've I'm here. So thank you. Heartfelt gratitude
Thank
to the entire team of Mystic Lotus. Really, y'all are the most fantastic tribe of good souls around. Thank you so much
on
for
behalf
giving me this
of
opportunity.
everybody and Nilu's big smile. Thank you,
I
thank
love Neelu. She's my soul sister. I know it. I love her. Wow, I can just go on. This could be another talk in itself, actually. But thank you. Y'all have been so supportive. And yes, this is dedicated to my beautiful sister today.
Fantastic.
And I love the altar behind.
Yes, I have Archangel Michael with us today.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Priyanka, how long have you been doing this?
Nidhu, it's been about 5 years since I started my journey into the world of healing. It actually really began when I had my baby, who we just met
Right.
some time ago. He was
Over that noise.
so so when he was born, he used to fall sick really often. And we were so busy doing the rounds of doctors all the time, and he was on medications all the time, and files and files of cough syrups were being down by him. And as a mother, that disturbed me greatly. Like, I was very affected by the fact that I could not help him beyond just rushing him to doctors each time he fell sick. And just as curiosity, as desperation from that space, I chanced pranic healing. And all I wanted to do really was a basic course in pranic healing, get to learn a few tools where I could just heal him myself and not have to depend on doctors for treating him each time. And just there was no looking back. It was such a beautiful, magical journey. One workshop led to the other, and it just never stopped. I finished the highest, most advanced levels of pranic healing. So I'm an arhatic yogi. I did Lama Fera workshops. So I'm a master now, and I'm a numerologist, tarot cards, Lenormand, oracle cards. But when I really entered the world of angels, that's when magic really happened. The day I lit my first candle, I performed my first candle ritual. Nidhu, I can't tell you, I was transported into an exceptional realm of being. I can't describe it. My eyes are probably lighting up right now, but um, it was crazy. I just felt I was not even present in the current milieu. It was so magical. And since then, these little baby candles, as you all can see, of different sizes, shapes, colors, have become my personal angels, have become my tools to pretty much manifest anything, to pretty much release anything, to just about anything. So that's how I was introduced to candle therapy, and that's how I took to candle therapy. And well, the element of fire itself, as women, I think we connect.
Priyanka, hey, hi, hang on, sorry, just coming in very quickly. Just a few
Yes,
minutes
Needu,
from
hi.
now, hi, we will start completely fresh and just waiting, and
Absolutely.
everyone saying hello, hello, and baby candles,
Hi,
so
everyone.
cute. So
Yeah, these are my baby
yeah,
candles.
yeah.
In fact, everybody on the call, if you are on video, show us the candles that you've gotten. So Priyanka has got,
These are the
yeah, go ahead.
Yes, these are the candles that I use for my rituals. Don't go by the size; they are just as powerful. Lighting bigger, broader, fatter candles honestly don't make a difference. And so there's a burst of color happening here. Um, if you want me to take you through the colors, I'll be happy. And pink, we all need love. What can I say? Passion. This is the purple spirituality candle, which every healer, all of my healer friends, the healer fraternity come to me for, to enhancing their spiritual powers. So all the healers in the house, this is your candle. So yeah, so there are different candles. This is going to be the banishing candle, the black, the most powerful, and white is our master candle for anything and everything. So yes, I can go on and on about each candle. Stop me, please, when
No, and
it's
of course
getting too much.
we want to hear it all,
Yeah, I will.
and
I will. I will.
and I'm just gonna wait for the green signal
Yes,
from from the team.
absolutely. So,
Yeah, okay, we will. So let's. All right, so everyone, we're gonna begin in excuse me, 10 seconds from now. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night. But my foes and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. Edna St. Vincent Millay. What is it about candles and women? Why are we so drawn to them? Is it just the shape and size and color and fragrance? Or does the being drawn to the light have a connection that goes beyond time, deeply rooted in healing and maybe spirituality? So many questions flying around the mind. Worry not, we're going to know this and so much more right here, right now. Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Women's Tele Summit. I'm super excited to introduce you to our fabulous expert today. She is a holistic healer, wellness consultant, numerologist, and intuitive card reader, practicing multiple healing modalities, including pranic healing, Lama Fera, Hunkara with Salim, and many, many more. She makes her debut with us with her first love, candles, with all its magical, mystical glory. Do not go by how young she looks. She is one hell of an intuitively powerful healer. Without further ado, please put your hands together and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the beautiful Priyanka Aditya Baid. Hi,
oh,
Priyanka. Welcome in.
Thank you, Neelu. This is so overwhelming and it's so humbling. And like I said, I really want to thank Nidhu, Amrish, you, and the entire team of Mystic Lotus. You guys are fabulous. Y'all are amazing. What can I say? Y'all are awesome. And I'm deeply honored and I'm so happy to be here tonight. And I can't wait to start this evening and start an evening of magic with all the beautiful ladies that have tuned in tonight. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really can't wait to get started. And just going to ask you, like I was just asking, what is it about women and candles? And you were also actually wanting to speak about that. So tell us, what is it? What is this connection, women, candles, the light? What's going on? Why is it there so deeply entrenched in us?
Neelu, who lights the diya in your house? Who lights the candle at home? Yes,
Me,
the women.
the
We are the
women.
ones who light up, light a candle, light a diya, which in effect is lighting up your home, is lighting up your life. We as women are the initiators who do that. And most importantly, what is a candle? What is a diya? What is the element of fire? The element of fire is the element of power, the element of Shakti. And what are women? We are the embodiments of Shakti. You know, through mythology, all our goddesses, they are all depicted as Kali, as Durga, as slayers of negative forces, as the slayers of evil. So there is nobody other than a woman who can connect with the energy of fire. No, nobody. So the moment you light a diya, the moment you light a candle, we as women instantly strike a connect with the divine. And candles are considered to be the strongest and the most powerful transporters of energies straight to the divine. Just see the shape of a candle. This is a usual shape of a candle, a cylindrical, like a pipeline, literally. And this is not a modality that has come about recently. It's not somebody who's come in and invented a modality or put together a few techniques. Like, candles have been used as manifestation rituals, as banishing rituals, right from the Roman era, right from Egyptian civilizations, you know. So candles have their own power and women have their own power. Now imagine two powerful fiery sources coming together. What could happen? You know, in Hindi there's a term vinash, and I don't mean it in a dark way, I mean it in a really constructive way. If as women we take the onus upon ourselves to banish and burn all the negativity that surrounds us, that's it. That intention, that thought itself has done the job for us. So that's what the connect of fire is essentially with women. It's the power of fire. It's the Shakti that basically we all embody. Each woman is a goddess in her own right at the end of the day. So it's just about identifying that power in you. So yeah, that is our connect with fire.
Fantastic.
And
And in fact,
the element of fire, if I may add, is going to
yes.
be most powerful element this year, this coming year. It's already started from August, if I may say so. And throughout the coming year, it's going to be by far the most potent element that we can experience.
Why is that, Priyanka? And why from August?
So I would like to share this very interesting and amazing event that happened in and around the 8th of August. It happens every year. There's an amazing, beautiful cosmic alignment that happens between the brightest star Sirius and the Earth. So what happens in this alignment is, it's called the Lion's Gateway. What happens essentially is there's an intense downpour of ascension energies, of codes of awakening, and very strong manifestational energy that comes down is available to us. And the sun, the grand central sun itself being a ball of fire, now that moves into the sign of Leo. Leo again is a fiery sign. Now we have Mars that has moved into the sign of Aries, That is one fiery planet moving into one fiery sign. So what has now happened from the 8th of August is we are surrounded by the element of fire. It's all pervasive. Literally, we are engulfed in the fire energy right now. And the element of fire within us also is greatly enhanced. So if at this point we don't harness the power of fire, we don't light our candles and diyas, I would say we are really losing out on the biggest, strongest opportunity that the cosmos could have handed over to us right now. That is why, like you said, I've practiced so many modalities, but I chose to speak about candle therapy today. That's the only reason why, because I want each and every woman who's tuned in today to be able to use the element of fire to the best of their advantage, whether it's banishing, whether it's manifesting in every sphere of life. So yeah, that's why the element of fire has become so pivotal right now, Neelu.
Right, right. And I want to come back to this, the element of fire, the Lion's Gateway. This is extremely fascinating. I also want to know, Priyanka, when was the first time you did this for yourself, maybe? Because that's where it would have begun, right? And what was that like? And you know, what did you go through? What did you experience?
It was amazing because this happened during my candle workshop. I was learning that day. So as a matter of practice, we were all told to light a little candles and do the little ritual. And at that point, the first thought that came to my mind was there was a project my husband was working on at that point. It was just there's something happened and then there was a block. Something happened and then there was a block. It was almost 10 to 12 months that this tussle was happening. So I just, to be very frank, not 100% believing also, I just made a little wish that this project comes through, this deal comes through, and things are sorted. And I just lit my little candle. And that was it. And then I went home and we were having dinner. And at dinner, my husband tells me that, oh, you know what, you were busy in your workshop. And I really wanted to tell you something. The deal has come through. Tomorrow we're signing the papers. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm thinking, did the candle work or did what work? And, I said, you know what, I lit a candle for you. And that's why it happened. And he's like, of course, everything has to come back to everything is because of you. And you know what, Neelu, something changed. Like I said, something changed forever for me that day. There was such a huge shift in my own energy, in my own belief system. And from that day onwards, I've never really left my candles. They have come to my rescue for the most trivial, for the most mundane of issues, of events. If I tell you the kind of therapies I've done, you will laugh and you will, you won't believe it. But that is the beauty of candle therapy. You don't have to feel guilty about lighting a candle for the smallest of needs to the most important of needs. It works for everything. So yeah, so that is what how I forayed into this and how they've stuck on with me and how they've really, really changed my life forever. And believe me, it's just not me. Whoever has come in contact with candles, whoever's done therapies will definitely vouch for it.
Awesome. And what a fabulous experience and story to share. And for you having begun that journey with something as amazing as this, because this block was there somewhere, it wasn't coming through, and it came through instantly. That's absolutely amazing.
It was absolutely crazy, but it was so magical.
Anne Frank has said that a single candle can both defy and define darkness.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
You've been talking fire element and the Lion's Gateway and how amazing this year is going to be to utilize the fire element candles for your own process, for your own healing, for your own manifestation, for your own releases. However, I have a question here. Voice, is my voice breaking? I'm sorry, Priyanka, is my voice breaking?
No,
Can
you're
I?
absolutely no, you're absolutely
Okay.
clear, Neelu.
Sorry, I just saw that. Thank you. And where was? Oh yes, I was at using the fire element, the candles. Here's the thing. So is it just take a candle, light it, and you're done? Is it just that?
Uh, not to slight anybody else, Neelu, but we all do it. I do it all the time. It's not like I do a ritual all the time. Sometimes I just mindlessly light a candle, make a wish, or just light a candle just to feel the magic of the candle. But when it comes to a candle ritual, to me, it's not simply a process of lighting a candle. Some people inscribe names on the candle, inscribe their names on a candle. People put, write their names and place a candle over it. It's really not as simple as that. There are those ready-made, candles available everywhere. People just light it and call it candle therapy. But for me, it's a prayerful. A very good friend of mine uses this word very often. She's also on the call. Uh, so I've learned this word from her. It's a prayerful, beautiful ritual. If I may, Neelu, there's a little presentation. If I can take you through it, I can actually show everybody who's on call how the ritual is
Yes,
performed.
absolutely. We will just do that. Asking the team to get this done. And you know what? Give me a quick second because
Absolutely.
we just want to. Um, there we are.
Yeah, that's my logo, the Divine Hues.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes, Surbi, we are just taking care of that. There seems to be a bit, we are taking care of it immediately, not to worry about that at all. And yes, this is up in here. And you know what, I'm looking at the pictures and they're already so lovely. Priyanka,
Yeah.
I'm
So
not going
that
to ask questions, just, take us through.
Yeah, so I've just put together a few basic colors. I have it all here. But like you can see, there is a central candle. The candle of intent is what I call it. Now, this candle is chosen after a thorough review of your issue, of your problem. A counseling is done and we reach the core of the problem. Candle really works, Neelu, on several layers. It's like peeling an onion. It really takes you to the core of the issue. It's not a therapy which is a surface cleansing or a surface therapy. This really hits you at the core. It starts working from your core level. So like you can see that's how the candle, the center candle is a candle of intent. Once I select which color of candle needs to be chosen for you, that candle is programmed. It's with intent of purpose, and it is placed in the center of the plate. And around the candle, we have all the 4 elements of air, water, earth, and fire. As you can see, there's a white supporting candle. There is a beautiful flower. There is the water. These are all placed in physical forms. So what happens is, not only is the element of fire working for you, all the 4 elements of nature are working in support with your candle of intent, magnifying, amplifying the effect manifolds. There is an invocation that happens. Each angel relevant to your issue is invoked upon. Deities that you believe in are invoked upon. Your guardian angels are invoked upon. There is angels of all the 4 directions are invoked upon. It's a very, very beautiful, angelic, and prayerful ritual. Like I said, it's not spell therapy or anything. It's a very beautiful, like a light a puja plate and do a ritual. It's like that. And then I anoint my candles. So these are the candles like all of y'all have seen. They come in different colors depending on what you need. I anoint my candles. Now these are essential oils. So there are so many essential oils to choose from. There is just to name a few. There's rose, lavender, patchouli, whatever. So I choose the essential oil which is relevant to your issue. The candle is taken and the candle is anointed with that particular essential oil. Okay, and then there are these beautiful magical healing herbs. Is it visible?
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so.
So
Very
like y'all
much
can,
so.
yeah, so like y'all can see, I've just put in a couple of them here. There is tulsi. So these, I would also like to mention, these are available to us at all times. You do not have to run to the store. You have to buy expensive stuff. There is clove, there's cardamom, there's cinnamon, tulsi, bay leaf, there is sage. There are a host of healing herbs. Now, once a candle is anointed with the essential oil, I use the healing herbs that again will help or heal or banish the issue. And those are coated along the candle or placed on top. And then the magical process of lighting your candle that starts. Now, Neelu, that is not it.
Right.
If you were my client, and you came to me, I light the candle, and then I ground you. You go about your work. You are not bound to stay there, to be sitting in a position with your spine erect or wearing something. Nothing. You start. You go about your business. Nothing at all. And then we observe the flame of the candle. Is it a flickering flame? There are several candles lit here. Each flame has a different behavior to it. There'll be a flame which will be flickering, there'll be a flame which will be crackling, there'll be a flame which will be super steady, super bright, there'll be a flame which will be super low. So the moment we start observing the pattern of and the behavior of the flame, you pretty much know where your therapy is going, how many sessions that person might need, what is really the severity of the problem. Okay, and then I keep my ritual plate in a nice quiet little corner where there is no disturbance of air and let it burn out on its own. We must never blow out a candle ever. Once it burns out, I want to show you something very interesting. If we can have the slide back.
Yes. Can we just have the slides back up again, please?
Yeah. The previous one. Yes.
There it is.
So these
The
are
next
chakra
one.
healing candles. Since we're at
Okay.
it, this is how a chakra healing candle looks. We light a candle, and this is for chakra cleansing and chakra healing. So anybody, and this, my regulars, they come to me for this every single month. Sometimes they do it twice, just to keep their chakras cleansed and healed at all times. So this works like magic. It's just the 7 chakra colors, and it pretty much it takes care of your issues of chakra imbalance. Yeah, now I want to come to the most fascinating part, which is the next slide, I think. Yes. Neelu, do you remember this candle?
Yes. Oh my God, how can I forget this one?
Yeah, so for all those who do not know, this candle was lit for the Mystic Lotus beautiful team. It was a pink candle to open up our heart chakras, and just see the residue that this lovely candle left behind. It's opened up like rose petals, literally. And that's how the heart chakra of each person at Mystic Lotus really is. So sometimes candles leave behind such residues which give you amazing messages. So this is one such message. I'll take you to the rest. Yes, thank you, Beena. Thank you. Wow, this is amazing. For all those who are slightly observant, this was a green candle I had lit for a gentleman who was really struggling to get a deal through. Too many partners involved, too much involved. And we started, this was actually his first session, and he was very iffy about it. And see the residue, if you look at the residue, it's like an okay sign. Can you see it, Neelu?
Yes.
It's like the 3 fingers coming together and an okay sign. So I read it as that. That was my reading as a therapist.
Right.
And I called him and I said, you know what, dude, I think this is happening. And he's like, what do you mean? So I said, okay, fine, just let's see. He had his meeting in 3 days, and he called me and he said, what did you do? So I said, I was taken aback. And he says, you know what, they agreed to all my terms and conditions. This is crazy. So he did another couple of sessions just to energize it and make sure that the project comes through. And it happened so beautifully. So this is one of those. The next would be, okay, this is
Oh,
beautiful. So the blue candle, if you can see the blessing candle, can you see a Ganesha figure up here? Can you see the face
yeah.
with the ears and the little cute little pot belly? Okay, so this was done for a friend of mine who was pregnant, and she was extremely nervous about her pregnancy because she had two miscarriages before that. And she just called me and she was very down, and we just lit a candle for her. And this is the residue that we got. And you won't believe, Neelu, her pregnancy was so beautiful, so smooth. She had such a beautiful, healthy baby. Everything happened in time on the due date. It was literally the blessing of Ganesha, because she was the one who actually noticed it first. She's like, "Hey, Priyanka, does it look like a Ganesha, or is it just my imagination?" So this was a
Right.
blessing candle for her. And the next one, if you can see, Neelu, it's a red candle with a beautiful golden orb around it.
Yes. Yes.
The flame, yes. So this was again for this is really special because this is for a woman who wanted to do, who wanted to start something of her own. And she was extremely diffident. She was not sure about it, and she really, really was struggling to convince her family members and get money together and all of that. And we just did one energizing candle for her, and just things just started falling into place so beautifully for her. So this was a divine blessing, literally. And yeah, so like I was saying, sometimes candles leave behind such residues. That's when your intuition, your skill as a therapist kicks in, and you decode the messages.
Right.
So yeah, this is the residue of a candle. And the next and the last one would be, wow, the
Vanishing. Right.
banishing, the burn, banish, bless.
The
This
sea beads.
was, yeah, absolutely. This is the need of the hour, the need of the second, the need of the minute. Banish all that negativity away. This was a black candle, which was done for a lady, beautiful girl. She called me saying that, I'm not being able to get out of bed. I am so gone that I can't drag myself to work. I just passed out. I had a blackout, and I'm just feeling negativity all around me. And just see how her plate got completely charred. It's actually charred. And I actually gave me the sign that it was so negative. It was
Right.
something, there was something so dark around her that she was actually, I was surprised that she was able to make a call to me also. So
Right.
we did a few sessions for her, and she was up and about and back to normal life, and it was gone. In fact, Neelu, if I am not wrong, is Palak
Palak, yes,
already
Palak is
on?
here. She is here. I've
Yes.
asked to, yes, she is on. Hi, Palak.
Hi,
Welcome in.
thank you.
Palak, I was
It's
just telling Neelu about the banishing ritual that we did for you.
yes. I'm just so happy, so excited, and it's. I would always wonder how will I express gratitude to Priyanka because she's reached out, and I think I've got my opportunity, and that's by uh, giving this testimonial. However, words are going to fall short to say how much I am grateful to her. And yeah, I am going to be limiting what she can do and what she has done to my words, which it just goes to say that she's helped me to such an extent. There has been no looking back after having met her. It's been magical, hands down. I mean, this whole summit is termed magic and magical. My personal experience has also been magical. And it was in the last couple of years that I grew to believe that feeling tired was very normal. I had accepted this as a part of normalcy, and I would just get on with work. But there was a day, as Priyanka described, and I didn't know, I just couldn't move out of bed. I was awake, I was conscious, but I could not move. There was a uh, blank experience. That's about it. And I said, let me just give it a shot, because Priyanka has been very, I mean, she is very busy. And I just reached out. I said, I'm not feeling okay, but I'm not able to tell you what's wrong. And I knew clinically also nothing was wrong. I mean, if I had to ask a doctor, he'll say, take a multivitamin and you'll be fine, or just rest it out. You're probably stressed. So I knew clinically nothing was wrong, but at the same time, I was not feeling okay. I couldn't move out of bed. She said, okay, uh, I will do something for you. And this plate, the picture of this plate stands testimonial of what actually banished. I still don't know. It's still it's something that's not answered. But what I do know is that something moved after that. Something moved. I could get out of bed. I could make a normal conversation, and I could get on with work. And it doesn't end here. It doesn't stop here. She has never met my daughter. I have a teenage daughter, and Priyanka has never met her. In conversation, we just discuss, okay, she's a teenager, she's going through hormonal fluctuations and things like that. She said, no, I think this child needs help. I think she needs help. I think she needs help. And she just lit candles with the sole intent of reaching out to my daughter. And the changes that I saw thereafter, as I began my testimonial, there's been no looking back. So there was no looking back after that. But she picked it up um, yeah, without me even understanding what was it with my daughter. I just thought it's a passing phase. But she said, no, your daughter needs help. Your daughter needs help. And while guiding me through, while doing sessions, while saying, okay, this, that, we get into conversations, and then suddenly she's like, hello, am I a counselor? Or I tell her, okay, I think you need to take up counseling, because she said, okay, am I a counselor? Am I a healer now? Am I supposed to stop with this, or am I supposed to tell you how to go on with life? That's the extent she loses herself when she's trying to help, when she's trying to reach out. So she puts herself in check, and then suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so you stop here because you're the healer, you don't counsel. But she does end up counseling. The beauty of her counseling is that she's so practical with what she says. I mean, there are no floral words attached. There's nothing that she's going to say that you want to hear. Whether you like it or no, you have to hear it, deal with it, get on with it, because it's going to help you sooner or later. It's going to help you. And what helped me much is gaining clarity. So there's always fear of the unknown. There's a lot of ambiguity that happens to most of us. But when she reaches out in brief episodes, as I may say, because she's really really busy. Um, yeah, I have gained a lot of clarity with what she says. And then come the cards. I don't know how to pronounce them right, so I'm not saying what are they called. I mean, Priyanka, you say what are they called, but
Lenormand.
I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I don't want to say it wrong. But these cards, their accuracy is spooky of sorts. I mean, I would get these goosebumps when she would be reading it out, and I wouldn't like any of the answers, because they didn't make me very happy. They were answers I didn't want to hear, but it's there, it's in my face, and she's like, look at them. I'm not telling you, look at them. So yeah, but then in the long run, they've been helpful, and with time, all of it just unravels. So it's spooky. The cards are spooky. Their accuracy is quite something. So Priyanka's been. I mean, she's reached out so unconditionally, um, as I may say it. But and what I'm so happy about is I got to hear like a year full of her today, because otherwise I'm like, oh my God, do I bother her for something as trivial as this? Should I? Because her time is so precious. What she says is so precious. So I don't like. Eating into her time, wasting her time. I don't even know if something is worthy of asking her for it. But nevertheless, I give in to my temptation. It's okay if she has to just say, okay, now don't waste my time. It's okay. But she hasn't yet come to that stage, which I'm glad. But yeah, I strongly recommend this healer. She'll just put it all onto you, onto your face, and then sooner or later you're gonna learn how to deal with it. Otherwise, you still just go back to her and let her say whatever is coming next. So I'm really glad I just got this opportunity because it gives me so much room to kind of express my gratitude. And I'm reiterating all of this. I'm limiting them to words, but I'm so grateful to the way she's reached out. Thank you so much, Priyanka.
Oh, pink candle. Big heart melt and a pink candle to you,
Thank
Palak.
you.
This was really over the top love, but I love you, and you can bug me anytime and every time. You've been the most diligent. You've listened to me. You've listened to all those bashings that you've got, and you followed it. That's why you moved on with your life.
I've
So thank you
received.
so much. Yes, thank you so much for being here, for your beautiful words. Thank you. I'm deeply touched.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on, Palak. Thank you so much. It was
Thank you.
absolutely delightful to hear from you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. It's
Wow, Neelu.
interesting. Yeah.
In your language, I put on a few kilos.
Yeah, if you suddenly see, you have to give reference to context also. So I'm just letting everybody know. I ate a lot of Mysore Pak and put on some weight, and then I was getting a lot of love from Priyanka, and I was like, "You have to stop! I'm putting on weight just like you."
Oh,
So
wow.
it's interesting. Okay, just a quick reminder to everybody: please post your questions only on the Telegram group now. That's where we will be chatting. That's where I'll be taking your questions up from. So please put it in there. And how can you contact Priyanka? We will let you know how that will happen because there is some amazing stuff coming up from you. It's so interesting, Priyanka, that the last thing that you had spoken about with the banishing, and in fact, that was representational of Palak having been through something and you having done the entire banishing clearing for her. Just because I know everybody is waiting to know what's going on, what is it that they can experience or go through if they happen to take on a work with you, happen to take on a healing session with you. And before we even like head in that direction, because that's what everybody really wants to know right now. I think earlier questions also, sorry if I missed them. I think there was a question, Priyanka, about what was the fourth thing on the plate? Was it a dhoop or was it an agarbatti? Somebody,
Incense. It's an incense.
it was
So
an
you
incense.
get coals, you get incense in any form. You can use
Right,
that.
right. And that was off topic. Coming back to this, this entire conversation is also it's kind of around the three B's of candle magic: burn, banish, bless. So tell us a little bit about that. Even though we've had this huge connection already with everything that you said so far, to the burn, which is the fire element, to the banish, which is this, just take it all out, take it away, because till you don't remove something, there is no space for something new to come
Absolutely.
in. So therefore, bless,
Absolutely.
manifest, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us a little.
Neelu, before I delve into that,
Yeah.
there's a big gift and a surprise that I've planned for all the beautiful ladies who have tuned in, giving me their wonderful time. Is that I'm going to be doing a special banishing ritual at the end of the call.
Oh
So,
wow,
for
amazing.
everybody to experience this firsthand, please do stay tuned in till the end of the call because I really, really so want to do this for everybody. Uh, it's going to be magical. You will experience a shift immediately. So, do stay in. There's another surprise that's going to come through very soon. So, don't miss that.
Yeah, yes,
Now,
thank you. Yes, yes, thank you for
yes,
saying that. And yes, everybody, hang on till the end because you have no idea what's coming up.
you
One
have no
glimpse
idea.
is being given.
Really have no idea. Neelu, coming to Burn, Banish, Bless, I chose that as my core topic today, really. Although, like I said, candles are used for anything and everything under the sun. You can use it for the most trivial issues, you can use it for the most grave issues, you can use it for education, you can use it for children. I have done candle therapy on infants. There are very few therapies that are as, I would say, all encompassing as a candle. I'm a practitioner of other therapies as well, but there is always a limitation of age. Children below 10 should not be doing this. Children who are teenagers should not be doing this particular therapy. But this is for really for everyone: older generation, the bedridden, the fragile, the infant, the poor, rich, everything. So candles, that is why it is closest to my heart. It works for everything under the sun, for education, for energizing your kids, your competitive exams, for them to perform well, creativity, everything, passion, love, relationships, manifestation, monies, abundance. But burn, banish, bless is what my focus is. Like I said at the beginning of the call, the fire energy being all pervasive. And Neelu, this is to 2020, to say the least, has been an extremely, extremely hard year. I come from a place of personal loss also. This year has come in with a wave of turbulence, with mass wipeouts, with destruction, with uncertainties, with absolutely wreaking havoc. We, we are, I would talk for myself also, we are now a race of people who are constantly gripped with fear and anxiety. We are forever in a state of panic. And when you are in a state of panic and fear, you are also sending out fear energy to the universe. You are vibrating at a much lower frequency. The moment you start vibrating at a lower frequency, all the negative elementals, dark energies latch onto you. They are just waiting for that low vibrating energy to come and latch on to. And that is why the word Neelu, negative, the word black magic, the word dark energy has, every second call I get is someone talking about, I think someone's doing black magic on me. I think there's nazar on my child. I think there is dark energy around me. The word negative has become a part of our everyday vocabulary. We have to use it. I don't know how many times a day. And this year has not helped. This year has really put us in a space of complete, like literally groping in the dark. But what has happened, Neelu, if you look at the upside, is there is a huge, huge shift that the planet is going through. We are all moving towards ascension energy. In the spiritual realm, okay, so what is happening is the energy of creation is coming up, the energy of destruction is now going down. This is the best time, especially for women, to do the burning, to do the banishing, to do the releasing. Like you said, you light the diya, you light the candle. As women, as mothers, I come from the same space. We are forever shielding, nurturing, protecting. Shielding, nurturing, protecting. But also as women, we have the force of the creator, we have the force of the nurturer, we have the force of the destroyer within us. So today I wanted each and every woman to really feel empowered, celebrate yourself, stop being guilt-ridden all the time, stop being under the spell of negativity all the time. You are not responsible for every damn thing that is happening in your life. No, you're not. You are also responsible for yourself. You have to come from a place of self-love. You have to come from a space of kindness. And I really wish for every woman today to really be able to love yourself, give yourself a tight hug, say, you're worth it. And yes, we are going to dispel the negative forces around us. And Neelu, what can I say? I am so excited now because I want to give these stunning women who are here today a beautiful gift, if I may.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Okay, so I have prepared a little self-love, self-cleansing ritual for all the women in the house today. And before that, I just want everyone to do a little exercise. First, can we have a big yes in the chat for all those who want to
Yeah.
feel the love?
On Telegram, on the Telegram
Yes,
group,
on
the
Telegram.
Telegram support group. Yes is yes with exclamation. Yes is yes is yes. Yes, 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 yes with
the big yes.
heart emojis. Yes, 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 yes. I'll just I can just go on saying yes, yes, yes. It's going to become like another thing altogether. Yes,
Do we
yes.
have
Lots of yeses.
Neelu, do we have
Yeah.
anyone who has prepared to do the ritual with us? If there are the gorgeous women who have prepared a candle or a diya or any essential oil, I would love to take you through the process.
Just quickly checking in with everyone. Ladies in the house, were you able to get things organized? And while we wait for responses from them, just asking here, interestingly, earlier, I think Dina has asked about diyas. So, do diyas work the same way as candles, and therefore would colored diyas work the same way as colored candles?
Diyas come from an earthen element. So they have a very strong grounded element to them. Diyas will always work for any prayer. But what happens when we light a colored candle is, it becomes a very important source because it's inside out the same color. It's a solid ball of color for you.
Right.
So when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to really energizing and sort of, driving in your mission desire, candles definitely work better. But if it's just a wish, if it's just a prayer to God, please go ahead, light your diya. It doesn't have to be colored, it's fine. But candles definitely are more potent, I would say, than just diyas.
Fantastic. And
So, yes.
Priyanka, yes, Sudriti, Radha, Mona, Rachna, everybody, BJ, Bhaval, Ruchi, everyone's written in. Yes, yes, yes. They've got the stuff ready. Mona has a diya and a clove ready. Rachna has a white candle and a clove. Bhaval says she has a tea light candle and rose essential oil with her.
Wow, I
Somebody
love
is
that.
asking, is flowers necessary?
This is for my ritual that I perform. But
Right.
for today, if you guys have nothing at all with you, that's good. The ritual is, there's a certain way way the ritual is performed. So I don't want you all to get into the technicalities of that. So
Right.
just your intent today will matter, your thought today will matter, your candle, your diya. If you have an essential oil, awesome. If you don't, works well. If you have a clove or tulsi leaf, amazing. If not, awesome. So we are good to go either
And
way.
they've
And
got all kinds. Priyanka, sorry, just coming in. Bina has a red candle and clove. Ayushi has sandal oil
perfect,
and
beautiful,
cloves. Sandhya has
perfect,
lemongrass oil.
super.
Somebody, Preeti has cinnamon oil.
Oh
Okay,
wow,
Teresa's asking, the candle is scented
superb.
already. Does she still need to anoint it?
That's
It's
perfect.
scented already.
No,
Okay.
no, it's fine. It's
Okay.
absolutely fine.
And
Absolutely fine. It
Radha
will have
has
an element of
jasmine.
some oil in
Some,
it.
right. Radha has jasmine. Or, you know what? Um, you know
Nidu,
what?
can you get the scent of all the oils?
I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. People are writing it in, and I can literally smell it. So right now, my nose
Yeah,
is going
and
a
I know
little
Nidhu's
nuts.
also smelling it.
And my nose is like,
I know Nidhu's also getting
jasmine.
all the
Yeah,
fragrances.
of course she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nose is
So,
saying rose, cinnamon, jasmine, sandal, hello.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yes, please.
like I said,
Yes.
it's such a beautiful therapy. There is color, there is aroma, there is herbs. What more do you want? you're already transported to a state of wellness and love.
Right.
Okay, so now I would love for everybody to just activate their palm chakras a bit, just slightly
Yeah.
sensitize your chakras.
Priyanka, so sorry. Very quickly, just asking
No,
because
yes.
the ladies are asking. Mona is asking, can I use almond oil? Almond
Any
oil?
oil
Any
works.
oil? Okay.
Absolutely any oil works.
So apple cinnamon oil, Sandhya has, that's fine. Cinnamon is fine. Sudriti has patchouli, that's also fine, right?
Patchouli is great, it's fabulous.
Fantastic. So listen, oh, and Bharati says, I've lighted a ghee and silver diya with a clove in it before the summit. Oh, that's
Superb.
very nice of you, Bharati. Thank you so much. And Priyanka, please go ahead. I'm also waiting to activate.
Yeah, let's just all activate our palm chakras just a bit so that we feel a slight pressure. And now I want everybody to just be calm and try to scan your heart chakra. Now, how that is done very easily is let's start moving our palms towards each other. And as we do that, we will be able to come to a point where we can feel a ball of energy between our palms. Yes. Now, I want everyone to observe the size of the ball, the distance at which your palms are apart, actually. Yeah. So that's it for me right now. Sorted. For anyone who doesn't have any of these, please close your eyes, visualize a pink candle, visualize anointing it with rose oil, and visualize maybe a clove or a tulsi leaf on it. That's about it. Your intention and thought is all that matters. So please don't get worried if you have none of these. I'm quickly going to show you the process of how I'm going to do the ritual. So this is my pink candle, the candle of intent. This is ritual is being performed for all of us to be energized and full of love for ourselves, most importantly as women. And I'm now begun the process of anointing. There is a process that we use to anoint candles for different purposes. This is a rose oil that I'm using. Can you see how I'm anointing the oil?
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm done with this. I take a clove and I place it here. And since I also have a tulsi leaf, I'm going to use that as well. Tulsi is, like I said, a white candle is a master candle. Similarly, tulsi is a master herb. It's just a little tip that I'm giving out to everyone today. Tulsi leaf can be used for pretty much anything and everything. It has that kind of a healing property to it. Okay, now once I've done this, like I said, I have all the four elements of air, water, earth, and this is not going happening. We always light the candle of intent first. There you go. Beautiful. See, can you see, Nidhu? Can you see the flame?
Yes.
Neelu, can you see the flame?
Yes.
Okay. So since this is a ritual that is being performed for the collective, see the behavior of the flame. I don't know if you could hear the crackling sound
Yes.
coming
Good.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this symbolizes the collective energy that has now come into the candle. Now, I'm just going to close my eyes and say a little prayer. I want everyone who's lit their candles or not lit their candles, visualize it. Close your eyes and just sit for a couple of seconds in a meditative state. Please hold the intent that I am full of love. I am a being of love. I am cleansed. I am healed. And I am so beautiful. Okay. We are going to let the candle burn out on its own now. Although it's really quick, but I would still want every. Can you just see the incense? Usually, when I do it, it doesn't really go up so steadily. So there is a whole pattern that is happening here right now because there is collective energy of so many women. So now I want everybody to start scanning their heart chakras again and coming to another. Yeah.
Very quick question here, Priyanka, before you bring it to this conclusion of scanning it again. Somebody rather just asked, what if my candle is thinner than clove and tulsi, and can I place the clove nearby?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. And Bharti has put a small piece of beamsen camphor as well. I don't know if beamsen is
If I camphor is
avoidable?
fine. Camphor
Right.
is fine. I always tell everybody if you get a guidance for a certain herb oil, please follow your heart because this is really a guidance coming your way. So there is never a set or pattern in doing any healing therapy. I always go by guided by my intuitions. So please, if you feel the need to, do it.
And does the anointing have happen from down to up, up to down? Is it anything specific?
Neelu, this is a process I teach during my workshops.
Right,
There is a different method of anointing depending on what is the issue, whether it's a
Right.
manifestation issue, whether it's banishing, whether it is grounding. So it will have a different pattern of anointing.
Great. And we're
Yeah. So if we are ready, and if the
Yes.
ladies have lit the candles, if they are
Yes.
still in the process, I could wait.
Now we can continue.
Awesome. So now I want everyone to start scanning the heart chakra again and see if that ball has moved, has it expanded, is it the same? What is it that they feel right now? For me, it's here now.
And Monica's written expanded. Asha's written, wow, heart chakra has become bigger than before. Radha said, my heart chakra has doubled and I feel so energetic now. Sandhya says
Wow.
expanded. Jaspreet
Yay.
says increased.
Awesome.
Bawal expansion with like 4 red hearts.
Yes.
Ruchi expanded. Homie expanded. Teresa is also saying expanded. Pavel sends her gratitude. Sandhya says, yes, my heart chakra has expanded 3 times.
Oh, yay. I love that.
That's so beautiful. And
Yes.
just, just listen. First of all, I'm not in the least bit surprised that everybody's had this response of, this entire expansion. Because this is the second time I've been through this, experiencing this process with you, Priyanka. And the first time, this time also, my hands are still tingling. My palms are still vibrating. There is a heat in them that I know is going to take some time to dissipate, and I know it's a happy heat. It's not uncomfortable.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, like our beautiful ladies have written in, if at all somebody feels nothing, if at all someone feels, you don't feel something, don't worry about it. Like I said, a candle always will cause a shift. Something within you will definitely sort of change. So don't worry, it's working at your core, it's absorbing, so let it be, just relax. Now I'm going to move this aside and let it burn out in a cozy little corner, and I would suggest everyone else to do the same. Please let your candles, diyas, burn out on its own, don't blow it out. And if, please, I would love for people to send in pictures of the residues. If something interesting has happened, I could do a reading for you all. And I will also observe how this one plays out.
In fact, Priyanka, people even before you ask for it, people have been posting in the candles that they've lit and the way it's been lit and what they've had around, little
Oh,
things of their altar that they've also made. It's
so
beautiful.
beautiful.
After the call's over, you have to, you'll be catching
I
up with them
will.
on
Yes,
the
I will.
Telegram group. And yes, people just, as Priyanka said, uh, post pictures of after it's done so that she can also have a
Just
look.
give me a minute.
And
Yeah.
yes, yeah. And she'll also be posting a picture of the right now the ritual, the self love that she's just done for the entire group. That also, once it's done, she will let us know what came of it
Absolutely.
and became of it. So
Absolutely. Yes.
that is absolutely fantastic.
So,
And
yes.
Priyanka, I know that there is somebody who had wanted to come on to speak
Yes.
about experiencing this work with you.
I think it
And
is Ruplekha.
Ruplekha, I'm just
Yes.
checking if she's here because I actually, you mentioned children earlier, and I did have a question on that. But let's get Ruplekha on. Ladies, this is somebody who is. Hi,
Hi, I'm Ruplekha.
hi, Ruplekha. Oh
Hello.
my, we just had a self-love ritual done, and this beautiful face has just lit the screen now. You such a lovely smile. There's love coming out from you right now.
Thank you. And coincidentally, it just happened that while I was just getting ready and doing my hair, I found a pink candle that Priyanka had given to me when I met her at one of the exhibitions. I am there all the time. I have never noticed this, but I just found it. So I could really feel, there was something that was connecting. My son found it and he was like, oh my God, you found the pink candle. How was that? So I think, yeah, my journey with Priyanka has been totally transformational in the couple of months that she's done therapies for me. And I have actually been more of a non-believer in these alternate therapies and healing modalities. So it's not that like I've not done it before. I've done tarot with people. I've tried Reiki and pranic healing and stuff, but it's just out of curiosity. Never did I give it a serious thought and think like, okay, it can do something. And I've heard so much about Priyanka. I know she's awesome. She's really busy. But, I've never, for me, it's either like medical sciences or it's prayers. So there's been nothing in between these two. And the first time I reached out to her, it was when this coronavirus pandemic just started. It was not so much so in India yet, but my child, my 5-year-old, he suddenly developed a high temperature. And the next day they had the sports day event and I was panicking and I really didn't know what to do. And I was like, okay, let me just give it a shot. Let me reach out to her and see if something happens because, whenever it's a bacterial or a viral infection, it just doesn't go away in a day. And I reached out to her and, the best thing about Priyanka is she does it so intuitively and she does it as a holistic approach. She has a very holistic approach. So she doesn't just say, okay, I'm going to do this session and it's done. Yeah. She gave me switch words. She asked me to make energy circles. She asked me to continue with my prayers. And she said, I'm sure he's going to be fine tomorrow. And that was it. And I was like, okay, let me just try, there's no harm. And it's astonishing that the next morning he was without any temperature. He was perfectly fine and he was ready to go to school. So,
oh, wow.
This was magical and this is how my journey started. And of course, though this was not something very big, it kind of, it was in mid-June when things got very much out of hand when my husband was diagnosed with the coronavirus. And that's when we were all shaken up, right? He was in the hospital, he was getting medical attention, everything was happening, but we were praying, we were doing everything. And it was, that moment of desperation when you're like, okay, I want to try everything. Nothing should go wrong and we have to try everything. And that's when I called Priyanka again. And she did about 4 to 5 sessions every other day. And she again gave me switch words. We did energy circles, she was doing a lot of things, which probably I don't even know. And she was checking on me to make sure he's fine. And so that's the beauty, you know. She goes out of her way. Like Palak mentioned, she is not just a healer. She's not just a practitioner. She's someone who's there with you. You know, she becomes a part of you. So that's what happened. And he was on oxygen support. And within 7 to 8 days, he slowly came out of oxygen support. His lung condition improved. And every other day, she would get updates from me, and she would, you know, tell me what to do and how to go about it, what would be the next steps. So, and it worked. He came out, and he's perfectly fine now. So, and I
That
really,
is amazing.
yeah, thank you. And I really, really, I mean, words are not enough, but my gratitude of a lifetime to her for being there, for her therapy, for her guidance, and everything that she's done. And now I think now for anything and everything, I'm like, okay, Priyanka, you know, my mom's having a tummy ache. Tell me what to do. Please do something for her. My son Riyansh has a tummy ache. Help me out. Dad has issues. So it's like, you know, she's there for everything now. And like Palak was saying, probably we bug her with too many trivial things, but she's always there. So yeah, it's been amazing. Can't thank you enough, Priyanka. And I wish you all the best always.
Sharing with us. That was absolutely amazing. Priyanka is here, and I know she'd want to say something. Say something to you. There you are, Priyanka.
I was listening into every word that Ruplika said. And the internet is acting up as usual, but we are back. So, what can I say, Neelu? There's just so much love that I don't know if I'm really worthy of it, but thank you so much. Like it's one soul connecting to the other. These beautiful clients who've now become friends have really blessed and touched my life in so many ways.
I think we are blessed to have you in our lives.
I love you so much. You know, I do. She's been such a brave girl, Neelu. Like I said, initially when Palak was also talking, it really helps for a therapist when someone who's reached out for help works with you. All my clients who are my most beautiful regular clients have always come from a very huge sense of faith and, you know, just abandon. Very rarely have they questioned, very rarely have they shown disbelief. Like Ruplika said, she comes from a space of complete, she was a non-believer really. You know, she used to watch me. I used to be like, okay. And she's like a medical buff, like a techie type. You know, she's a go-to for any medical needs. So, you know, that conflict between medical science and alternative therapy kicks in. And that is what really happens with everybody. For all those who are listening in also, you know, it's everyone operates from a space of skepticism at some point. And I'm so glad that she got introduced to this and she took so well to it and she was so fabulous about the whole process. So for all the non-believers, try it. You gotta try it. It really works.
And you know what? The questions again are coming in. How to contact Priyanka for a personal session? And Priyanka, we were asked right at the beginning. Now with all this, we're being asked again. I'm thinking now is actually a good time for everybody to just hear, so that, you know, they're waiting to hear about how do they get to connect with you for a healing session or whatever is happening. So if we can just get into that, because I still have so many questions to ask, especially about the children bit. So if I'm just going to ask the team, can we just have this up, please? The amazing offer Priyanka has for you. And there we are. So Priyanka, take us through it.
Burn, banish, bless. The power of the 3 Bs, like we know. Burn away that negativity, burn away anything that doesn't serve you, burn away all that you're holding in. By burn and by banish, like I said, I mean banish away everything that doesn't serve you. It's not necessarily black magic, dark energies, unwanted energies. It is addictions, it is old beliefs, it is negative thought patterns, it is toxic relationships, any toxic energy basically. And then of course, bless your life. So yeah, burn, banish, bless with candle magic.
So how does this normally work, Priyanka? What does the session with you entail? What does it?
So I've described the process to you,
Right.
Neelu. Now, if someone wants to take 3 personal sessions with me, I usually do recommend, 5 sessions, 3 minimum to 5, definitely for any kind of energizing, banishing work. But if someone wants to take 3 personal sessions with me, this is the package. The regular price is
right.
9,000. I am also, as a bonus to the lovely ladies, giving out a chakra healing meditation, which is worth 1,000 rupees, USD 16. So the usual regular price is 10,100, US dollars 156. But yes, I was just for a second looking at the screen. Did I actually? Is that my offer? Yeah. So this is the offer.
This is the offer. Yes.
This is crazy. It's really never going to happen again, Neelu. It's a once in a lifetime offer, only because it was an all women's Tele Summit, and I really, really, like I said, want to do it for each and every woman here. So now the package is at 3 sessions for literally nothing. It's 4,100, where you get free counseling with me, where you get angel guidance with me, and you get a chakra healing meditation worth 1,000 rupees, so which you can listen to every day and just be sorted. So this is
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like wow, absolutely. In fact, look at that. Normally, just 3 sessions is 10,100 people, and it's US $156 only for the first 10 here right now. It's at 4,100 rupees,
Yes.
or US dollars 64, and the payment links are already up on the Telegram group. Have a look; it's right there. And as you said, Priyanka, that you normally recommend anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions. So do we have? You've given this at this amazingly generous setup.
Believe me, it is. Really.
It is, and people, you will not, as Priyanka said, you're not going to get this anywhere else but
yes.
this Tele Summit.
Absolutely.
It's never happening anywhere else at any time. So only 3 sessions. Priyanka, what if somebody actually does want to do more sessions with you?
Absolutely. So there is a 5 session offer.
There is a 5 session offer.
Yes.
There it is. What would that normally cost?
15,000 US dollars 232. But do we have an offer for this? Do we?
Did you tell me? Wait, the same bonus applies here also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is another bonus. This is the same bonus of chakra healing meditation.
Right.
Do we have another surprise? I'm not sure. Oh my God.
Yes, we do.
So personalized card readings. So card readings that I do, Neelu, are not just shuffling cards and picking out a card. It also comes from my channeling, my intuition, the guidance that I get for you. And I'm not doing just one question reading for you. I'm going to give you 30 minutes of my time. You can ask me whatever you like, whatever it is that is bothering you. Usually a 30-minute session with me would cost you 2,100 rupees and US dollars 32. But if you're signing up for 5 sessions, you're getting this as bonus or what, I don't know. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. And look at the price. And
I'm like literally pointing at the screen.
I'm also thinking, what was I thinking? What happened? So this is literally cake. So 5,500, 70% off for the first 10 buyers. And believe me, ladies, 5 sessions really help. So if you're really looking at healing sessions, I would love for you all to sign up for this. 5,500 US dollars 86, a personalized card reading for 30 minutes, chakra healing meditation. What more can we want?
Really, what
Really.
else is possible? Release, heal, manifest. 18,100 rupees or $280 is yours for the taking at just 5,500 or $86. And you know what? Let me just quickly point out here that your 3-session offer is at 4,100.
Yes.
And your 5-session offer with an additional 30 minutes of personalized card reading for you is at 5,500 only as the offer. You don't even need to be a genius at maths to figure it out. You know what? Just go for this. The 5 personal session, just go for it. Really, just go for it. Because there's no upgrade later. There's no upgrade later.
I am shocked. I'm shocked at my generosity today.
I'm not. None of us at the team are.
I feel the love. I really want, like I said, when a woman has another woman's back, that's when true empowerment begins. That is what I want to give to everybody today. So it's an awesome offer. It's an awesome package. So if interested, do take this up. Neelu, I would like to bring up something here. A lot of questions came in earlier also. The 5 sessions do not just need to be for one issue or just for you per se. You could use it for other issues as well. So it's not going to be confined to one if you don't really have just one. So I'm giving you that much space also.
Right.
Yeah. So you can use it for multiple issues. You can use it for one to energize one single issue. And you can use it for your close family members as well. So it's
fantastic.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Normally I don't do it. I honestly don't do it. I do sessions just for one person and then I move on to the other.
Right. No, I'm glad you said that, Priyanka, because Home's asked, I want to for my kids also, please. Yes. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely okay. The pink candle is working its magic on me, I think. Please do. I would love for as many to really experience the magic of candles. That's what really my endeavor today has been. So grab it while it lasts is all I can say.
Absolutely. And the payment links are on the group already. In fact, Priyanka, it's interesting that Homa's asked this question about the children, because earlier also you were mentioning that with candle work, there is no, with candle therapy, candle work, candle magic with you, release, heal, manifest. There is no limit. There is no
absolutely no
restriction. So what's been the age of the youngest kid you've worked with?
So this was a 3-month-old baby. And he was not drinking milk. Now imagine when an infant is not drinking milk, there's nothing else you can really supplement the child with. Nor was it taking breast milk, nor was it taking the powdered, milk. And the mother was, she was devastated. The doctors were concerned. It became a great cause of concern. Now she called me asking me if I do therapies for, as little as a 3-month-old. And to be honest, that was my first trolley. And like I said, she was someone who has blind faith in me. So I also had that space of trust I was working with. And I did 5 sessions for her baby. And believe me, since then, she's really had no issues with, he started drinking milk. By the end of those 5 sessions, little by little, he went on to about 4-5 ounces or something like that. When the time to introduce solids came in, she called me again, in a state of panic that I don't want the same thing to play out. Can I please just do a session and energize it? I'm going to start solids tomorrow. We did that. He was great. So it's been amazing. So like I said, I have done therapies for, like Rupreka mentioned, for COVID, for sickness, for very, very frail elderly people. There is no limit. There is no age. There is no... and it's inexpensive, Neelu. What more do you want? It's not a therapy that needs you to buy crystals and buy this and buy that, wear the fancy robes, wear the malas. You don't really need to be in front of me while I'm performing the therapy. Right. It gives you that kind of freedom to move about, go about your business while I'm taking care of everything. So it's beautiful. It's really something which is fuss-free, mess-free, and it's amazing.
Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? Payments have started happening. People, it's gonna go. All right, the amount is going to increase. Make sure that you're well, that you're there within the first set that gets this offer. Make sure you do that. In fact, Priyanka, Surabhi is asked, to heal one issue, how many sessions does one generally need?
Surbhi, like I said, it honestly depends on the severity of the issue. What is the core that is causing the issue? I do a counseling with you. We get to the core, we identify what it is, and then based on how my guidance, we start moving forward with the session. Sometimes 3 sessions are amazing, sometimes five is my favorite. Actually, it really solidifies the intent. But honestly, it's individual. If you're being able
Right.
to, sometimes you respond extremely well and very quick to the candle. So if you're being that receptive, it might take really short and you're sorted. So you can't really put a number to it, Needu. It's not something,
Right.
unless you're just doing like a chakra healing, is different. But 3 to 5
Right.
always is a safe number to go with. And then people continue, they do 7 and 9 and 11, and that's their own calling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Meeta's asked, how will the sessions happen? Will it be via Zoom? So how is contact made between you and, let's say, Meeta, if she's bought the package?
So Meeta, there are different ways of doing it. If you want to experience the session, we can do a video call, whether it's Zoom or WhatsApp or whatever it is. I will be performing the ritual in front of you. You can see it, happening in front of you. And I will inform you about the movement, about the behavior of your candle, the residue, the message I get. That is one. There are most of my clients just tell me that, please go ahead, do the ritual. I send them a picture. When I light the candle, I send them a picture. After the candle is burnt out, they get the images, and whatever guidance I get is given to them. They are informed about when the therapy is going to be performed. So to each his own. If you want to be on a video call, awesome. If you want me to do it, send you pictures and you go about doing your work, that works as well. So it's not something that, like I said, you do not need to be present. Like you don't need to be seated, or you don't need to be not moving around or not talking while the therapy is on. There's nothing like that attached to candle therapy at all.
Right. And interestingly, Sangeet's asked, so what are we targeting exactly in these sessions? So I'm guessing that her question is, if you already have a preset set of things that you're going to be doing with each.
No, not at all.
With each, or it's personal consult based?
It's personal consult. So it's happened so many times. Someone comes up to me saying that, I have a physical issue, but the core of the issue really becomes a relationship issue. So we start working with the relationship first, and then the physical aspect of it. So like I said, it's the personal consult is prime. That really sets the tone for the therapy. That's when we decide what is the issue that needs to be addressed, what is it that is really actually bothering you from the core, and we start working on it. So it's very individual. There is no preset way of doing the therapy.
Right. And I think that's one of the best parts about this, because it's free flowing, and depending on however much time is required. So in fact, how much time is actually needed for a session to happen?
So Neelu, once the first point of contact, like I said, is your personal consult, that could go on that takes its time for, to the client to warm up, for me to be able to sort of assess the situation. That will be a call.
Right.
And then once that part has been established, we start the process of therapy. Now, like I just showed you a demo, right, of the pink candle. Right. So that is like the process. I take my time that was just a very quick kind of sort of a rushed demo, but I take my time to meditate, to ground myself, to ground the person. I take my own time to set up your ritual. Once that ritual setting up happens, if you're on video, you can see me lighting the candle. That's about it. Then the burning out of the candle becomes very important. The time that it's taking, the time that is taking to burn out. Some people, it is just, an hour. For some, it's like 4 hours. For some, it takes 3. It's it's so amazing because everybody responds differently to the candles. And then, my responsibility and role in terms of supervising your candle, monitoring your candle, reading your residue, all that comes in. So you are not really needed for that part of it. Your involvement will just be for a few minutes. The main work, the main time is really given by me here.
Fantastic. And what more? What more does one want today? As you said, this year has been very trying, and there's been a lot of anxiety and fear, and we all, I think, are just looking to be able to literally just release, just let it out. And when there's somebody who's going to sit and do it fully for you, all you need to do is either go about your day as is, or even just lie down, take a nap,
Absolutely.
watch a movie,
Go and shop.
go shop, do whatever, and just go ahead with it. Really, really seriously, what more could you want? And I'm just repeating this again because I'm just amazed at these offers. 3 sessions with a bonus of the chakra healing meditation at only 4,100 rupees right now, and 5 personal sessions with 2 bonuses, chakra healing and personal card reading for 30 minutes, just for 5,500. Yeah,
Absolute madness. I am shocked at myself, but I love that I'm doing it. I love for people to want to take it up. Please do experience it. And I genuinely mean it. And I come from a space of love and compassion right now for everyone. So I'd love for people to really, really pounce on this package.
right. And if there are any more questions, people do ask. Remember, Priyanka is here with us on Telegram as well. The reason why I'm asking if you'd like to ask any more questions right now is because just in case in the this is very exciting, 5,500 for 5 sessions, only amazing bonuses. There is a special extra one more gift that Priyanka has for us. Remember, right in the beginning, she had mentioned there's going to be this banishing ritual that she's going to do for us right now. And hello, Asha has written, payment done for 5 sessions. Thank you, Priyanka and Neelu, Infinite Loving Gratitude for a lovely session. Homies asked, how does Priyanka contact? So here's the thing, whoever picks up the offer, the entire list is handed over to Priyanka and she gets in touch with you directly.
Yes. I will take that up from there. Did Reshma come on, Neelu?
No, Reshma did not come on. In fact, I was just looking at that. I was just going to ask you, should we have Reshma on now, or would you like her to come on after the demonstration? Or is the demonstration something that you'd like to leave us with, or we, to spend off in silence after that?
I would love for that to happen because I would genuinely want people to, be done with their stuff and just sit and feel the banishing, the release.
Great.
Happening.
Fantastic. Then let's look at...
If she's still on, I would love for her to come.
Just looking for Reshma.
Yes, my beauty. Hi.
Hi. So good to see you. My God.
Yeah, it's been so long.
I've been here. I've not been using the Telegram chat because I don't want to go through the whole process of getting used to yet another app. So sorry about that. But I've been following the whole session and I absolutely love that I can see, and thank you for doing that self-love candle for all of us.
Always.
So honestly, I've known Priyanka for a while and I've known that she does this, but I haven't really, I hadn't really tried it until only a few months ago. And this is a problem she's known that I've had for a very long time. Honestly, it's, I think, something most of us do to a degree. But for me, that degree went to a different level. I'm just going to talk about it very briefly. I have a problem that I'm unable to say no to people. And while it might sound really small and really petty, it gets really challenging on your own life when you're saying yes to everybody and yes to do everything for everybody. So it reached a point when, I was unable to push back. And obviously, it took a toll. And I just reached out to her and I told her that I can't handle this anymore. And, can you sort me out? And we started with 3 sessions, and honestly, those 3 sessions, I think the first time, within the first session, I felt something like there was a definite shift. Like it felt like somewhere like my heart had opened, and like I felt like okay, not heart opened, yes, but the door opened, and I knew that like through this, I'm definitely going to be able to change this tendency in my own life. And we did the 3 sessions, and I've gone back for more. And like she knows that like on and off we keep doing different things for different issues. But what I really really love is that she's just so intuitive. I think I just had like to say like a couple of lines, and she picked up, and she knew, and she figured out exactly where the problem was. So I really love that. And I love that like she's so non-judgmental. She know, like you can tell her pretty much anything, and she's not going to tell you that seriously, are you talking like this, what is up. So Priyanka, honestly, thank you so much for bringing this transformation. And I'm going to keep coming back to you for like 50 other things like Palak and Rupleka had shared already.
That was really nice. It was so nicely put, Reshma. Thank you so much. Priyanka, is there anything you'd like to say to Reshma?
You know what? I'm just, I don't know. I'm so grateful and thankful for such beautiful testimonials and such beautiful friends.
Priyanka, we've lost audio with you. Okay, I think Reshma, you get what Priyanka was wanting to say. I think you understood whatever she was about to say, and we're just gonna wait to see if she'll be in very quickly with that. I know from what I could figure out, and I could listen and I could understand, I think she's feeling very blessed that she has amazing people like you, like Palak, like Rupleka, who've come on and told the world about her, told everybody about your experiences with her. And we also want to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you for doing that. So that is really nice. That is great. And I'm just, people, hi, we're just going to wait. Okay, Priyanka is getting back on. While she does that, let me remind you about the amazing offers that she's lined up for you. You have 3 sessions, which includes a bonus of a chakra healing meditation, which would normally cost you 10,100 rupees or 156 US dollars. And only on this Tele Summit, only for the first 10, it is available at only 4,100 rupees or $64. It does get better than this. It definitely does get better than this. 5 sessions, including 2 bonuses of the chakra meditation and a personalized card reading for 30 minutes. This would normally cost you 18,000, but here, over here, only here, 5,500 only, or $86 only. I hope you've been at it. I hope you've had your cards ready. I hope you've had your PayPal accounts open, whatever you had to do. I hope you've had it on. I know a lot of you have already taken this up, and the ones who are still wondering about it, stop wondering, just take it. All right. Okay, we're still trying to get Priyanka. We're trying to connect. Rather, Priyanka is trying to connect with us. And thank you, Reshma. Thank you so much. Are there any questions in particular that anybody has about the offers? Okay, so Jaspreet Mehta asking what to do with the residue. Hang in there. We will have our beautiful expert tell us either right now or on the group in a short while from now. Do we have anything else? Have I missed a question anywhere? Bina's asking, please could you let me know, should we let the herb burn, the clove and the tulsi? Interesting question, Bina. And as I said, this is something that well, obviously, Priyanka should be answering and she'll definitely put it in here. But correct me, anybody, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's okay for those two to not burn because sometimes they can crackle or burst. So this is what I do remember from past Tele Summits and learnings from the past. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Radha is asking, do the candles for do we do the candles for self-love if we're sick or need someone else to do it? When do we know we need to approach someone else for candles? That's a very good question, Radha, actually. Teresa, Radha, coming back to your question, just give me a second. Teresa's asking, how do you know if you're among the early bird pricing? If the link is active, the early bird price is there. Don't wait to find out. Just click on it immediately. Hey, Priyanka, you're here. And just ask to unmute you. There you are.
I'm so sorry. My internet has been super cranky. I don't know why, but every testimonial, it kind of just goes. But I'm glad I'm back.
You've just been, you've just questions being asked. I said you've just been so filled with all the love that's come your way.
Yeah, it's going into my laptop and it's
the internet also just wanted to love you back and give you a moment to yourself as well.
Yes.
So that is basically what happened. There were a couple of questions, Priyanka. So just to ask quickly, coming back to Beena asking, should we let the herb burn, the clove and the tulsi? Should we let it burn or let it not burn?
So if you've placed it over your candle, it will start burning with the candle itself. If it's placed on the side, you don't have to burn it separately. It's already absorbed the energy of the herb. So don't worry about it. You don't have to separately burn it. If you place it on the candle like I did, over it on the top, then it will slowly start burning with the candle. If it doesn't, it will just fall off and it will be there. So don't worry about it.
Fantastic. Radha had asked, do we do candles for self if we are sick or need somebody else to do it? And when do we know we need to approach someone else for candle therapy?
So Neelu, like I said, candle therapy for me is not just the process of lighting a candle. It's like a half-baked cake, literally. I could just take a pink candle and say, I want to feel some love, light it and leave it. But it will not have the same impact that a ritual, like a full-blown ritual has. So there is a process, there is an invocation, there is angel energy. There is so much that happens when a ritual is performed. So I would always say, please do reach out to a practitioner. Please do reach out to somebody who knows how to do it for maximum benefit and effect. So yes, it's always good to reach out to a practitioner.
Right. In fact, a lot of people asking Priyanka where to buy the candles from, especially the ones like the kind you've been using.
So these are custom made for me. You can reach out to me. But there are several people who make candles. Candles are available everywhere. Honestly, I don't restrict anybody from buying candles from outside. Make sure they are not very, very heavily scented candles. Ritual candles always need to be simple. Ritual candles do not need to be overly scented and overly expensive. You don't need to buy those 200, 300 rupee candles at all. Unscented candles, small little candles, just work fine. So there are lots of places where you can source out candles from. There is no doubt of that at all. If you specifically want ritual candles, you always, of course, you can reach out to me. So.
Right. And Surbhi's, right. As you said, if you ladies want the candles that Priyanka is using specifically, as she said, they're custom made for her. Feel free to get in touch with her on the group after the call. She's here with us tomorrow as well. And Surbhi's asked, do you do chakra scanning as well during the chakra meditation?
Yes.
So the meditation
not during the meditation. That is just for you to cleanse and heal your chakras. It's just like a bonus that I'm giving to you. So usually what I do advise my clients is that, play the chakra meditation before I start therapy for you, or post, or during the day, every day, for just being cleansed and healed. But for someone who needs a chakra healing session or a chakra balancing session, that would entail chakra scanning. I do chakra scanning for that. And yeah, so that would happen, but not the meditation. Meditation is just coming as a gift from me to you.
Right. Fantastic. Okay, and all right, yes, this was coming up. Thank you for reminding me. Rather, quite a few people asked how to dispose of the post-burn residue.
Awesome. I was going to bring it up. Please try to dispose it in a public garbage. Please avoid disposing it in your, the house litter. Do it in a public garbage, or go outside your home, dispose it in a bin, or if you're in an apartment. It should, once your candle is burned out, it should leave your house, is the concept. So let it be disposed outside of the house.
So one can actually dispose it in a separate packet and like tie it up and put it out of the house immediately.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's not like you have to go hunting for a dustbin outside completely.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And it's not like it's burnt out and immediately you need to dispose it and all of that. You don't need to worry about that aspect. You just need to sort of dispose it outside of the house. That's what it is.
Great, fantastic. And in fact, okay, so I'm sorry, did I get this question right? So if you want candles from you, how to reach? Right here, Bawal, on the group, you can get in touch with Priyanka. Yeah, yes, right on this, right on the Telegram group. And Asha is asking, do you also do workshops? Yes, she does do all this, and you're most welcome to ask her. Post this on the group itself as well. And in the meantime, do not forget to take on your healing work with Priyanka. And Priyanka, we're about to get ready to get into this beautiful, beautiful ritual that you're doing for us, that you've gifted us with. And as you said, we'd like to close on it as well. So I'm just going to give everybody a quick reminder. I'm just going to do this. 3 sessions, 4,100, 5 sessions, 5,500. Hello. Whatever it is, just go take it. Like right now. Grab it now. Now.
Yes.
And it's so interesting that you're actually doing this, because there is this proverb, I don't remember which culture or community it is that it comes from, which says that it's better to light a candle than to curse the darkness.
Curse the darkness, absolutely. That's my mantra always. Never, and never let anybody dim your light. Nobody can dim your light. So be that steady, flickering flame always. Even if you're flickering, be steady, be there. So yes, that's what it is.
And
I'm very tempted.
Yeah,
I'm super tempted. I don't know, it just came to me.
Oh no, please do. You don't even have to ask. Just do it.
Because I am seeing such beautiful ladies who've stuck on. They're so beautiful. I know it's dinner time and it's late in the evening, but just because y'all have stuck in and you're being so pretty and y'all are smiling, I can see some of y'all. I really want to do a card reading for the collective today.
Please. Yes, please.
So let's see what message it kind of brings up for us. Oh my God, Neelu, this is crazy. Look at the card. I don't know if you can read it. It says, and okay, by the way, so Archangel Michael, most of y'all must be aware of him. He is the most sought after archangel, especially this year, most invoked upon archangel. He is the angel of protection, shielding, and the element of fire. So I have picked out Archangel Michael's cards. And the message he is sending out to all you blessed, beautiful women is new beginnings and a fresh start. Born, banish, bless. What else do we want? So girls, ladies, women, please grab new opportunities of things that are coming your way. Banish away everything that doesn't serve you. his message to us is also of new beginnings and fresh start. I am very hopeful that the supposed wretchedness of this year is going to subside now, and really we will start moving towards creative energies. So please capitalize. This is our message from Archangel Michael himself: new beginnings and a fresh start. So book your healing sessions, begin, make that fresh start, and new beginnings for yourself.
And you're already getting a fresh start because there is this lovely banishing ritual that's just going to happen for us.
Absolutely.
And as you said, your mantra is that better to light a candle than to curse the darkness.
Absolutely.
I think one of my favorite, and because it has to do with food, one of my favorite ways, things of maybe defining candles is that I went to buy. Somebody said this, but it's so true for me. I went to buy a candle holder, but the store didn't have any, so I bought a cake instead.
Of course.
So,
Just see, that's what I said, cake. Awesome. Okay, so now since we are, you're not performing the ritual with me. This is banishing needs to be done a certain way. I'm going to just request everybody who's stuck around to please sit comfortably, close your eyes, and in your mind, just imagine. It could be a long list. It could be a host of things. Imagine every single thing that you want to release today, smallest to the biggest, to anything that you want to banish out of your life, anything, any toxic relationship, toxic event, past memories. This will also help in releasing karmic ties. Neelu, I forgot to mention this. It's a very important aspect of banishing. It also releases old karmic ties, past life ties. So,
lovely.
Yeah. So please imagine anything that doesn't serve you right now, and we are going to burn that away and bless our lives. So if you're all seated comfortably, I'm going to start. Actually, fan. It's okay, just switch off the fan. I'm invoking upon Archangel Michael now. Like I said, please keep your eyes closed, sit comfortably, and please work upon everything that you want to banish now. Everything, release everything that is not serving you anymore. Any negative thoughts, please release. Most importantly, hatred, bitterness, resentment towards anybody. Let us practice some forgiveness today. Let us be in a space of peace. Let us be in a place of happiness. Please banish, burn everything that is not serving you now. Close your eyes. Stay there. Let the release happen. Take your time. Just let everything go. Let it all go. I can see Neelu, this is a very, very strong release that is happening right now. I'm glad that there is so much that is being let out by everyone. Please continue to do so. The flame is in front of you. Look into the flame and just burn it. Just release it into the flame of the candle. Once you're ready, please write in the comments so I know.
Yeah, I just went. I went to a different space.
Yes. I would love for any experiences that come by. Yashvi. This will work, Neelu, now. The candle has started its work. So, for all those who have participated today in the banishing ritual, you might feel a certain shift. Some might feel slightly uneasy, which is absolutely fine. It's an awesome sign of release. If you're feeling dizzy, some can have a slight headache. Anything, don't get upset. Just drink a few sips of water and you're good to go. And while the candle is burning out on its own, everyone who's connected with the candle today will have their first real experience of banishing. I would love to hear from everybody at different points, as in when they feel experience anything, to put it on the Telegram group, and I'd love to answer your questions. I'm also feeling extremely, like you said, in that kind of a space right now since I've lit the candle. So yes, this is it's a look, the first look of how a banishing ritual happens.
And I think your voice has gone down, my voice has gone down.
Yeah,
I think it would be amazing to just like, I think we should just say our byes right now before we go, Priyanka. Anything that you want to leave everybody with?
Neelu, since this is an all women's awesome Tele Summit, I would love to say that when women empower women, okay, that's when magic truly happens. So please, as women, as ladies, let us stand up for each other. Let's have each other's back. Let's really be there for one another. Once that happens, you really touched the space of miracles and unicorns and fairies and angels. So I would love for all the women today, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart to have stayed connected with us. Y'all have been so beautiful. Your energies have been so great. I have not felt any kind of disturbing energy through the call, Neelu. So I'm just very, very happy the way the evening has panned out. And thank you everyone who's experienced this today. So like I said, let's spin some magic. Let's keep weaving magic. Let's keep empowering each other. And yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for your time, for being with us, despite it all, for your generosity. And there are questions and comments pouring into the group, and I know people they're waiting to hear back from you. So everybody, Priyanka, thank you all the ladies in the house, as we keep saying. Enjoy your evening and enjoy. I'm still there. I'm still there somewhere. I'm not coming out of it right now.
Yes, so stay there.
Yeah. So good night to everybody. Have a great weekend ahead. We'll see you on Sunday, and Priyanka is here on the group with you.
Yes.
Tonight, I will be, however long possible, and tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Please bear with me. I will answer each and every question that has come up on the group as soon as I can, as and when I can. And thank you again. It's been a lovely, lovely, beautiful and magical evening, Neelu.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Thank
Love you. Love everyone. Have an awesome evening, women. Thank you. Is that Homai ji who just blew a beautiful kiss to me? Love you so much. You've been so sweet. I've been watching you and I've just been feeling that energy come to me. She's been so sweet, Neelu. She has a lovely smile throughout the call. Thank you. You've really touched me today.
And she's had lots of questions and that you've taken care of. And I know she has lots more. So, yeah.
I will answer every question. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Good night.
Good night.